This program is brought to you by ADP, one of the world's leading providers of human capital management services. Every year, the government lays aside millions of dollars in federal contracts specifically for veterans. As a veteran, you and your business have the ability to tap into this vast resource. This chapter will explore two contracting options: fulfilling contracts directly or partnering with another company to bolster your abilities.
The reason why I picked government contracting was because of these set-aside programs, because the government has gone out and said, okay, if you're a company that's owned by a veteran or you are a woman-owned company, that they do these things called set-asides, and I was shocked.
Every day on a website called fbo.gov, the 26 federal agencies put out what's called RFPs, requests for proposal. And in there, you will see literally millions of dollars a day of contracts being set aside for veterans.
50% of the opportunities that you come up with are probably not going to match the skill sets that you have or the services that you can provide. So of that 50% that you have remaining, you have to understand who the customer is and what the requirements are that the customer is going to need.
Government contracting is a challenging arena to play in. The barrier to entry can be somewhat high.
If you want to get into the federal marketplace, you better be able to carry your business for at least 6 months minimum while you're waiting to get paid the first time you're successful.
If you're a startup company, don't start out too big. Find the market space, find the opportunities within the market space.
Stay in your core of experience. If I was not in automotive, I wasn't trained in the motor pool, I would not want to come out and try to compete against someone who knows how to do a tune-up.
To get a contract with the government takes an average of 19 months. And so if you don't have 2 years to wait around, a great way to start is to market to companies who are doing business with the government and already have contracts.
In a lot of cases, the easiest way to get started as a company is to try to find a large business that you can sub your skill sets to, and then start yourself by getting in that way, and then developing some past performance so you can develop the skill sets that you need to compete in a much larger market space.
Find some other disabled vets or vet small businesses in the federal marketplace. Talk to them. Learn from them. Maybe you can do a mentor-protege arrangement with them. Maybe they can subcontract some work to you to help you get started.
But when you're a subcontractor, you don't really need a lot of past performance. I mean, if they want to work with you, then that, then it's their decision to do so. And then, that in and of itself becomes past performance for you to say, now I can bid on a contract directly with the government.
Now, certainly you've got to be able to compete, and you got to come in with the right price and the right technical approach. But getting in to meet and greet the folks who are going to be making the decisions, and not just putting in a blanket bid, will give them a better understanding of who you are and what your capabilities are, so as they read your proposal, they've now established some type of relationship with you.
There is a specific way that submissions should be submitted. If they're not submitted in that particular way, your submission can be rejected.
There's a number of offices around America funded by the Department of Defense called Procurement Technical Assistance Centers, PTACs. And those PTACs are there to help you do all of this.
The PTAC office sets up a matrix. If I'm in the business of doing oil changes, selling tires, doing brake jobs, alignments, there's a certain code attached to each one of those services. And when these large corporations are looking for businesses to satisfy a particular job that they have, that word would be attached to the code.
If you decide you want to become a federal contractor as a veteran or as a service-disabled veteran, you're going to need to register with what's called SAM.
Once you obtain your federal government contracts, this is the way that you're paid.
At the same time, if you want to become a contractor for VA, and VA only, then you need to go to the Department of Veterans Affairs and be verified by them as a service-disabled vet or a veteran-owned small business. There's two separate systems. To make sense out of those differences, start with your local SBA district office.
For more information about how ADP gives back to our communities, please visit adp.com.